Facebook. So I'm coming to you tonight for day 77 of 366, a year and a day of commitment, devotion, dedication to showing up and sharing a message, whatever message wants to come through each moment, each day. So today I was inspired to share with you a little bit about yoga. Yoga, it's so interesting. I have been hearing so much controversial talk around yoga. So much controversial talk around yoga where people denounce yoga practices, and it's not just recently. I have experienced even a few years ago, one of my really good friends who was also a yoga teacher, and she just kind of, went on a complete other end. It's so interesting when that happens and when we witness that. Hello. Hey Cam and hey Cheryl. Hey guys, thanks for being here. And more hearts. Thank you, yay. So, oh hey, my beautiful Natasha Divine. Oh, yes, to that picture, your profile picture, because it's new and so I didn't recognize you right away. So this morning, I went into a live with my mentor, Sophia Tom, inside her Facebook group for her community of Temple Body Arts. So it's Temple Body Arts Sisterhood for Rising Leaders. So it's for sisters. So we did a Facebook Live about yoga because Sophia this year has invited me to co-lead a yoga teacher training at her yoga retreat center in Costa Rica. So my phone just told me it was 20%, but that's fine. So interesting because last year around June time, I received a vision. I received a message. I received divine download. I literally received a divine download that I am going to teach a yoga school. I was shown that I am going to teach a yoga school. And I came home and I wrote it all down. I literally wrote it all down. There's this big spiel about it. It was just like a download. Unstoppable, one of those unstoppable things where your hand just will not stop writing or typing until all of it is out, right? Like it's just all needs to come out and then done. Like it's just like, okay, complete. And so it was like that. And it was like, like a downpour. And so this year, following all many events and all the things and all the people and all the conversations and in all the ways that we show up in the world, all of that came into a fruition of me being invited to teach a yoga school, the vision I was shown last year. And guess where I was shown that vision? In Costa Rica. That vision came to me in Costa Rica, in the beautiful jungle. So, yes, aham prima, aham prima, aham prima. Inhale, aham. Exhale, prima. I am divine love. That is the frequency. That is the frequency to truly align to. So thank you for bringing that through. Both of you are divine beings. Yes, thank you, Natasha. Yes. Cheryl. Yes, thank you. Exactly. So I feel so grateful. I feel so humbled. I feel so honored. My mentor, Sophia, she has created a yoga school, Danyasa Yoga Arts, and it's a fusion between yoga and dance. And it's a fusion that goes beyond the mat, beyond the understanding of what yoga really means. Multi-dimensional yoga experience in the divine feminine mysteries. So this is specifically for sisters, this training, and it is a dive into the feminine mysteries around what it means to be the divine feminine, the yogini, what it means to practice yoga from the heart, really. My mentor, she shared a story when she was young. She went to India and she was studying yoga training with other women, and there was this, which is interesting, Russian yoga teacher that was abusing his power, and he was using his students for his sexual needs. And his sexual needs were just like really freaky in a way that it just didn't feel right. You know, when it just doesn't feel right, and when a man abuses his power on the earth, the power that he was given, abuses it and uses it to fulfill his sexual needs and completely dishonoring all that is sacred. And so she left the training and just studying on her own, and it just really resonated also for me, studying yoga before even taking any kind of training, and teaching myself and feeling into it and understanding that yoga truly, yes, they say it comes from this place so many years ago, but really, where does it come from? Where did it come from before it came to this place so many thousands of years ago? It came from somewhere. It came from this source, because yoga truly is about yoking. It's like merging together in a reunion of two opposites, the feminine and the masculine, right? And in yoga traditions, it's Shiva and Shakti. Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is the mind. Shakti is the body. Shakti is the Kundalini. Shakti is the earth. She's the roots. Shiva is the awareness and the consciousness and that awakening expansion of our minds, where the ego mind comes and burns itself in the belly, in the fire, and dies to be reborn and reunited, to reawaken, to reunite it in the hearts with Shakti. And Shiva is in such devotion to Shakti. Shiva is in devotion to the feminine. Shiva is known to be the one who brought yoga into the world in the myths. And all these myths and stories live within our bodies, live within our psyche. These myths and stories live within our bones. They resonate within us. So Shakti is the feminine, and she's often dishonored and she often sacrifices herself. And what does he do? Shiva, he grieves and he rages and he destroys. And he also goes into his deep surrender into the grief and meditation for eons of time, grieving his beloved being dishonored. And he is basically unavailable. He's unavailable for eons of time in his grief, in his sleeping state. He's asleep up in the cave, up in the mountain, the Shiva mountain, Mountain Kailash. He's asleep there for eons of time, and as he is the Lord of Yoga, so no yoga is happening, and he is also the destroyer in order for the rebirth to occur in the world. So nothing is being reborn because nothing is being destroyed. So there's all kinds of havoc on the earth happening. And guess who is here to awaken the masculine Shiva, sleeping on the mountain, grieving his beloved? His own beloved. She's reborn in another form. She knows what she's here to do. She's here to reawaken that divine masculine within her own self. Within her own self, she is to awaken him and to bring him back by her dedication, by her commitment, her devotion to him, and to awakening and reawakening him so they can reunite and merge with each other. So there is another form of Shakti that is here to reawaken Shiva. And as he awakens, it doesn't happen really fast. It takes a couple of times and a lot of trying on her part, and a lot of practices and a lot of heat. In yoga, it's called tapasya, heat. The heat of your practice, when you practice so hard, like you sweat, and it's hard, but it feels so satisfying. That's the heat of the practice, when you feel your muscles and you feel your soul strong and your voice and your truth, right? It's like this divine way of living, multidimensional way of living. You know, someone recently told me that I live in too many worlds. I live in too many worlds. Someone from the third dimension said that. The third dimension that is right now currently grieving in pain and is blinded by pain and sorrow, that cannot see beyond that pain, that cannot rise beyond that pain. And I have so much compassion and empathy for that in the world, so much. But I choose to rise into higher vibrations of joy, of peace, of happiness, away from fear, from anger, recognizing all of it, not being a fool to it, as all of us. I feel you all, I see you all. So, yoga is a beautiful tool to bring me back into balance after I expand into multidimensional fields and have to return back into myself to reground, to recuperate, because often we kind of feel like, yes, maybe we are in all the worlds at once, and maybe sometimes it does feel a little bit lonely, or we get to return back to the earth and ground and sit and breathe and connect. It's that awareness. Shiva awareness comes through the heart and down and grounds the feminine to the earth, the mother. And then they rise together, and maybe they rise together up into the higher vibrations and beyond what we know, beyond the 7 chakras, into the heart, into the flame in the heart, into the transmissions through the throat, through your channel, through your voice, channeling and opening up yourself. Like, be the channel, be the channel. Don't prepare for anything. Just show up and speak and share your message. As I share more and more, I learn from myself more and more and trust myself more and more. And if I don't show up, I don't get to experience this, because I went and did a live this morning in my mentors group, and I shared it on my business page and in my group as well, in the sanctuary group. It's there. It's a beautiful, beautiful transmission with my mentor about yoga and the yoga teacher training in Costa Rica. So I thought, okay, so I did a live this morning. Maybe I don't need to come and do another live on my page. I can just share it and say this is a live number 77. And then I thought, no, this is like we need each other. We need each other, and we need to show up and to support each other. And can you guys hear the bowl? Can you hear the bowl? I am playing a throat, I think it's a throat chakra bowl actually. It feels really good. It's like vibrational energy in your body. Oh, Natasha, I love you and I miss you, my beautiful sister. So yeah, today my ears were ringing, my crown is open, and we are not always understood. That's another thing. We're not understood by many. Beautiful. Thank you, Cheryl. So yeah, just this, yeah, I can feel it tingling in my ears. Yeah, so showing up for each other no matter what. And for me, yoga actually just is literally channeled. I'm grateful for the beautiful wisdom and philosophy and the way it shows me and guides me. And I truly feel how it's channeled, not from somewhere. It just comes from the heart. How I teach a certain way, and then I find out later that this certain way is called this way, and I didn't even know it was called this way, or I never even knew this teacher that called it this way. Or like, it's just the same. It's the same. And so obviously it's coming through a certain place within ourselves that we feel, that we speak about, that we guide through, all of us. So for me, it's through yoga. What is your thing? What do you guide people through? Right? Like your teachings, your wisdom, your words. Thank you, Cam. The divine feminine teachings. The divine feminine teachings are truly in devotion to the true divine masculine teachings, because they are one. They are the same. And we reflect in each other that beautiful divine mission. And as angels, we all find each other. And the divine masculine is truly in devotion to the divine feminine. So Shiva and Shakti. Shiva taught Shakti all the gifts of yoga. And then Shakti was a student, and then she was also a teacher, and she was teaching Shiva, and he was a student. And together, they're in service to the world through their children and through their play, their divine play, through yoga, through meditation. And meditation is also a different thing now. It's in the new world. We live in meditation. Like, we don't need to meditate. We are already a walking, talking, breathing meditation. I don't need to close my eyes or go somewhere or sit comfortably. I'm meditating while I'm driving, right? It's like we're all doing that. And mantras come to us now through this beautiful soul celestial languages. Today I was feeling into sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. It's a beautiful mantra. It means infinity, life, death, and rebirth. Satanama, Satanama, Satanama. There's a beautiful way you connect to words, to sounds, to your own breath and your own offering of your sound, of your language. So I always go off tangent. I don't even know. It's a beautiful experience. It's like a portal. And I know if you go live, you will agree with me when you do a Facebook Live of any kind, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, it's an experience, especially if your intention is service to humanity with your words and what you share. So, the sun, the waves. So, yes. I reclaim the right to yoga. You know, I have a beautiful oracle teacher, Emily Joy Harris. I love her so much. I'm so grateful for her. I have a couple of beautiful teachers in my life. I want to acknowledge them. I have a beautiful oracle teacher, Emily Joy Harris. Please follow her. She opened up so much for me and activated the true templates of oracle abilities to channel, to see, to guide, to open people into this field of healing, miraculous healing. And together we reclaimed the template for me, a yogini, an ancient temple oracle priestess in devotion to the divine, in devotion to the practices that guide us back into ourselves. No matter what, we get to reclaim all the practices, because truth is in everything. Truth is in everything. It just may be corrupted a little bit. So we get to reclaim and channel it all from the heart as we connect the heart and mind together to the divine guidance from within, that source from within, God, Goddess, creators, beautiful energy of Sophia, the wisdom. Sophia means divine wisdom. Sophia, the goddess, the earth, you guys are so sweet. I love your relationship there. It's so beautiful. Yes, exactly. Hi, Maha. Hello, brother. Our bodies And our practices are our prayers. Our yoga practice is our prayer through which we give gratitude and we let go and we ask God to take all this nonsense away, all this nonsense that prevents us from truly awakening and being who we are. We let that go and we create a beautiful life that is so in harmony, in tune. Yes, Sophia, the divine feminine Shakti that has many names, but really just that one essence of divine service to humanity. She loves the people of the earth. She loves her people, and she's suffering with us, with humanity, and she needs us. She needs us to wake up. She needs us to serve her, to serve the earth, to serve humanity, to remember who we are. Yes, so Costa Rica, who is coming with me to Costa Rica? I have some really powerful people who come to Costa Rica. And of course, there's no true divine union without two merging together. Shiva and Shakti, and Sophia, her beautiful counterpart, is the Christ, the King who is here in kneeling on one knee like a beautiful soldier that is here fighting for us, fighting with us, fighting in front of us, really, in a way that's just, he's always been there, we just did not see it. She's always been there, she was just taken away from us. And so finding that beautiful union through yoga, through breath, through sound, through meditation, which is never-ending movement of life, and mudras, connecting our fingers, our hands are the healing tools of the heart, the healing expansion of the heart, our hands. Sophia, yeah, beautiful Shakti and dancing with Shiva through yoga. This is my beautiful. All right, so now my phone is saying 10%, which means it's been a while. So I really appreciate you being here and listening, and I'm grateful for this space. I'm grateful to create more connections, more relationships, to connect deeper with all of you. And we are meeting in Costa Rica. I'm taking a deep intention to help in healing. We're going in Costa Rica deep into the medicine of the earth with the power and devotion to humanity, to the mission on this planet. And thank you for tuning in today. And my hair is all fuzzy and I'm happy to show up. I just had this incredible inspirational day. And like I said, I reclaim the right to be a yoga teacher, no matter how controversial it may be at any time. And I reclaim teaching it from that power of the divine guidance, divine love. Aham Prima. I am divine love. Aham Prima. Aham Prima. Thank you for tuning in, beautiful people. Let me know if you're here on replay, how you're feeling, if this was supporting you in some way. Thank you, Dennis. Yes, yes, standing tall for all living beings in peace, in harmony, in union within ourselves in order to serve humanity. First, we must come to peace within ourselves. Om Shanti, 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 sending you all so much love, peace, devotion, and my deep, deep gratitude. Many blessings. And so it is. Namaste.